It will be Will Power in the Verizon Wireless car as he now slows to 70 miles an hour as he will take the point on the inside. The target, Chip Ganassi Racing. Red number 10 machine on the outside. We're ready to go racing. Side by side, here's the field. They will accelerate, and we are racing as the green flag flies. Kevin Lee, they head to you in turn number 1.
And Will Power gets the early jump, a car length in front as they head into turn number 1. Dixon looks to the inside, and Marco Andretti goes over the top of Dixon and flips upside down. Andretti is on his lid. There are 5 cars he's not making through, including Mike Conway, also Dixon, and 2 others. I think that's Ryan Briscoe, Elio Castroneves instead, and Oriol Serbia. Conway will spin it around, and he'll get back underway. And the whole Macho safety crew is attending to Marco Andretti. That car is flipped upside down. The 2nd year in a row in the season opener that Andretti has started on his lid.
Damage. It looks like the right front of Davey. You're taking a look at the replay as we saw a lot of dust fly, and it looked like we were looking good and clean going into 1.
It was actually Marco Andretti making that move. He's the one that went on the inside and kind of caused that himself. He got out of line. He shot down underneath. The door closed. He ran up over Scott Dixon. You could see Kanaan start to, but Marco goes by one Penske car and then just hits the brakes, slides right over the top of Dixon, just takes Dixon out for by, hits his own teamway of Conway. So unfortunately, Marco's the one upside down.
Power, as we said, has taken the inside line. He'll come across the line. We go back to green flag racing. This time it's for real. Will Power is going to grab the lead. Looks like one of the Lotus cars is going to try to make a move as they head to turn number 1 and into 2. Tony Kanaan going to try to wedge his way up towards the front. Everyone safely through. Jake Query, you can see him in 3.
Tony Kanaan was the beneficiary of that start along with Alex Tagliani. Tagliani in 5th right now.
Yeah, Will Power is definitely not the fast one right now. Danica Patrick,
with damage. So Danica Patrick now with damage as Mark James looks like she's heading to you, and part of that wing up on the front of that car, Danica's got some problems.
We just saw J.R. Hildebrand go by. There goes the 83 machine, and Danica Patrick works her way around me. Taking a look at that car, Danica Patrick does have an issue, and she is well off the pace.
Also, one of the Lotus cars has spun in turn number 13. So we'll keep our eye out as we have gone to 4 full-course caution here. It's set to go back to green flag racing. Field will go side by side at 75 miles an hour. So here we go, approaching the acceleration zone. 2nd gear restart, a cross-start finish line, and we are racing, Davey, as Dario Franchitti, once again the leader. Will Power runs 2nd, then Simona Di Silvestro. She's on that inside line, and Tony Kanaan on the outside. A little bit of contact there through 1. It appeared that we were never going to get to racing, but once we did, things have been pretty good. And right now, Dario Franchitti out in front, but being challenged by both Power and Kanaan. Also seeing a fine performance today by Simona Di Silvestro. She's going to dive to the inside in turn number 1. She's going to try to get Kanaan, unable to do it. So Tony Kanaan, the crafty veteran, keeps Simona Di Silvestro behind her for now. TK, he's as good as it gets on road and street courses. And here's Tony Kanaan just in front of Simona Di Silvestro off of turn number 9 through the kink. Less than a car length separates the 2. If the Scotsman, the number 27th win of his career. Dario back in victory lane. 27 wins now for Dario Franchitti as he continues to establish himself as one of the all-time greats.